Hi everyone, I'm back. For those of you who are new here, my name is Antonella and I am, the neck on this is like, oh, so weird because it was on a hanger. I am the dyer and owner of Cozy Posy Yarn Co. And I live in a small fishing village in rural Nova Scotia. We just moved here not too long ago from Ontario, Canada. Nova Scotia is also in Canada. Yeah, so I had started this little channel last year in hopes to build a community, and I dropped the ball on it like this year because I just it's just like I'm super self-conscious and that's it. So I'm gonna try to get out of that mindset and yeah, here I am. I have a lot of FOs, small FOs though. It's been a while, so that's, you know, makes sense. And I've been really busy behind the scenes. I've, you know, done a few collections for the shop. I've done a Taylor Swift collection. I dyed up a bunch of like comb top, and then in my free time I like knit, I spin. I started a new to me craft, which I'll show you and talk to you about. It is needle punch embroidery, and yeah, I like to collect fleece. I haven't really processed much fleece. I did recently do the suet fermentation method, and I totally botched it. I'm super disappointed because the fleece was so beautiful. It was a rambouillet, a fin crossed with rambouillet, and we're trying to salvage a little bit of it, so hopefully it works, and then I can show you and I can tell you what not to do. So I'll leave that for another episode, but yeah, let's chat. So I do have show notes because I am very forgetful. So I just want to make sure that I give you as much information as I possibly can. So anyways, finally finished last year, or this year actually, the field jacket that I was working on when I first started this little journal. So this is the field jacket by Ozetta, and I knit it in Rerum Gilliat. Now I don't think they have this colorway anymore. They may have renamed it. The one that I have is called Natural or Naturel, but it's kind of like this really pretty heathered oatmeal colorway. So where is this information? I basically just, like everything that, like I didn't, I used the recommended needle size, and I knit a size, I believe I knit a size 3. No. I think I knit a size 2 because my neighbor is super tiny, so I'm pretty sure I knit a size 2. I don't actually remember, but I don't really think that matters. The only one thing that I would like to say, and this is just my own sort of laziness, I didn't do the recommended bind off, which I regret. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but I wish I had done I'm not sure what the bind off was for the pattern, but I wish I had done that. It was like a tubular bind off. It may have been the Italian bind off, but I mean, it's not bad, but yeah, I just wish I had done the recommended bind off. And I think in the future, I'm not going to be afraid of, you know, like, oh, I don't like this. I'm not going to be afraid of, you know, a difficult and challenging or new to me, whatever, cast off or technique. There you go. So, yeah. So anyways, I finished it. It didn't take me as long as it normally takes me to finish a project, which was really awesome. Maybe because it was a worsted weight pattern. But yeah, I enjoyed it, and I just don't like, you know, when the rows get really long and you've got to like purl. I mean, I don't mind purling, actually. I don't know. I don't mind it. It was fine. It's a really beautiful garment, and my neighbor really likes it, so I'm really happy with it. Okay, so the next thing that I want to talk about, okay, so I finished, I blocked it, but I did not weave in the ends. It's the Hidden Gems Shawl by Artifacts of Appreciation. It's a free recipe on her website. I will put the information down below. Yeah, so I finished it, and I used my Handspun, and I didn't really have a plan with this. I just really wanted to use some Handspun that I had made. So this is actually a combed merino superwash. Or is it superwash? A combed merino superwash that I dyed, and it turned out really nice. It's one of the first yarns that I made when I first started spinning in 2020. It's really, really pretty. I want to try to recreate this. I do have the recipe. I've just, but it's really pretty. It has like purples and grays and oranges and like a gold green. So it's really, really pretty. And then I used this one as well. This was a bat that I made, again, like in 2020. And I bought some fiber from the Fiber Garden in Ontario, Canada. And you know, it's just like a mixture of like Romney and Gotland and Corriedale, some alpaca silk. Yeah, so one of the first yarns that I spun. And I think it actually looks really, really nice. So I used 3.75 millimeter needles for this. So I'm guessing, not guessing, but this is like, I would say about a sport weight, fingering sport weight, and this one as well. Yeah. So yeah, so if anyone's interested in the pattern, it was a fun knit. I just basically knit and did the increases until I noticed that this was running out, and then I just started the decreases. I do have a lot of this left though, like a lot, which I'm really happy about because I love this. This is just so beautiful. Yeah, so one FO that I just need to weave in the ends of, and this is just kind of like just something I could probably throw on in the winter or fall underneath a jacket, and it'll keep my neck warm. So let's talk about this top really quickly. This isn't an FO, like a recent FO. This is, I wanted to wear it because I thought it would look nice, but I had it on a hanger, so now it's just kind of like really strange. This is the Manarola by Caitlin Hunter. It was a pattern that was designed using my Posh yarn. I think it came out in 2022, but yeah, it's really pretty. I love it. Yeah, so that's it. So it's just basically Posh, little kits that I had put together back in 2022 when the pattern first came out. If anyone was wondering, and I'm hopefully I won't fidget too much more, and hopefully it'll stay. I don't really want to talk about this, so I just wanted to tell you what the pattern was and the yarn. Okay. Next up is the Sophie scarf. So I knit this with unspun yarn, which I had, I think I talked about this in one of my earlier episodes, but this is a plate of unspun yarn that I sourced from a mill here in Eastern Canada, and thinking about bringing it into the shop. I just have to do a little more like knitting with it just to figure out like gauge, and it's a single ply unspun. I don't even know where I don't want to break it, but it's a single ply, and it's 200 grams, maybe a little bit more. And I would say that I mean, you could use it as pretty much any gauge, to be quite honest with you. Not any gauge, sorry. I would say you could use it for like fingering, sport, or DK, maybe even like a worsted weight. But it's really pretty. So yeah, anyways, I just have to do a little more research, a little more sampling with like needle sizes and stuff, so that I can give a little more information if I do decide to bring it into our shop, because I know that unspun yarn is I guess it's a niche thing, but it's beloved by people, and I want it to be a little bit more easy for, you know, people in Canada and I guess the US to be able to get their hands on it. I guess in the US it's not as, I don't know what I'm talking about, but yeah, I just wanted it to be a little bit more easy for Canadians to get their hands on it, instead of like buying internationally and spending a lot of money on shipping, although it is really expensive to ship stuff in Canada right now. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. It's like a super cute little thing that I don't know, I guess this would make like a cute little gift, you know, for someone. If you're gift knitting and you want something super quick, I think it would be super cute as like a little headband. I gotta move the camera up a little bit more. Yeah, I don't know, so many things that you can do with this. I know there's yeah, I mean, I guess there's a love-hate relationship with these little scarves, but I just wanted a quick little knit. And yeah, so this I used 4.5 millimeter needles, and that's the fabric that I got. It's a little bit rustic, but it's not too bad. Like I would be able to have this around my neck. Yeah, so cute little thing that, I don't know, Christmas or holiday knitting season is coming up. So if you need like a quick little project for a gift, I recommend this. And then I'm going to talk about this, since we're talking about scarves. This is another cute little pattern. This is the Party Line scarf by Kaci Apple. She has the Young Folk Knits podcast. And I really enjoyed this. So as someone who is not really into difficult patterns like lace and although I love the look of them, I personally, I can't focus sometimes, especially when I have a lot going on and I'm super busy. I just want something like quick, not quick, but like simple, like just a straight stockinette project or garter. I do like the look of garter. I know some people don't, but I really love the look of garter. And, you know, little eyelets, little lace. So this was super easy to sort of memorize. And yeah, it was just a really simple, mindless knit, but it's so pretty. Yeah, so I knit this using a DK weight yarn. It was a yarn that I was just testing out for the shop, which I'm not really gonna focus on. So it is a DK weight though. So if you're interested, you just need like a DK weight. And this is just 100% superwash merino, whereas I believe her sample was knit in a silk, like I don't know if it was straight up silk, but yeah. And I used 4mm needles. I didn't veer off like the pattern, other than just a different sort of, or did I? I don't remember. No, I think it was, I think her pattern is a DK. Or no, I lied. So I'm pretty sure that the yarn that she used in the pattern is a, this is really bugging me. Sorry everyone. She used a sport weight yarn, but I used a DK and it turned out really, really nice. So again, something that you can just put around your neck as a little scarf to keep it warm, not too bulky, like you know, a big scarf, like maybe in the summertime if there's like a lot of if there's too much AC in your office or in your home and you need something to keep you warm, you know, nothing too big or bulky, this would be a good idea, I think. Or again, I really love these for like little head scarves. You know what I mean? It's cute. See? Oh, I'd have to fix it and I can't really see. But I don't know. Anyways, just a little idea for a little project if you have like a skein of yarn that you want to use up. It's just like a one skein project. And yeah, so Party Line Scarf by Kaci Apple. Love it. The other thing I finished is this. I love this hat. So this is the Musselburgh Hat by Ysolda Teague. I used a 3.25mm needle. I used a fingering weight yarn, a sock yarn. This is one of my yarns. This is a, I used Soft and Cozy, my Soft and Cozy base, which is an 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon sock yarn. I used the Evermore colorway from my Taylor Swift collection and the Folklore colorway from my Taylor Swift collection. I did the Magic Circle cast on, which you can find on Knitty Natty's YouTube channel, and I will link that below. It was so easy. So I super recommend that cast on. Other than that, this is like a really simple knit. So it's just, you know, figuring out how to do the cast on, and if you want to follow something super easy, I do recommend the Knitty Natty cast on for this. And then it's just knitting a tube and then decreasing like you would on a regular crown for a hat. It's really easy and it's so much fun. And I knit the largest size. Oh man, I don't know why I keep getting distracted. Yeah, I knit the biggest size, I think. So this doesn't fit me, it doesn't fit my husband. So we're just gonna gift it to one of his friends who it will fit. So I'm, yeah, again, really happy with this. I really love the way that this yarn knit up. This is such a beautiful colorway. I love it. And then this yarn turned out really nice too. So pretty. So yeah, super happy with this. I'm gonna knit a lot more. I love hats. I never really used to be like a hat girly, but I love knitting hats. And you'll see, I have another hat. So this is a bit of a, okay, so this hat, I originally cast on, it was, there was a hat by one of my favorite designers, had this on her feed, and I really loved it. It was just so beautiful. Unfortunately, I'm not good with cables. I never have been. I've always messed them up. So I basically did a 2x2 rib for 10 inches. And then I realized I did the decreases, and I did them incorrectly. So instead of like frogging back and giving up on this knit, because it's really pretty, right? Like it's just so pretty. I was watching a podcast by Stitchcraft. I think that's the name of the podcast. Her name is Lay, and she's based out of Newfoundland. And she had been knitting a 2x2 rib hat by, it's actually called 2x2, Anne Gagnon, and it's a free Ravelry pattern, but she did the decreases sorry, I'm just looking at my notes. There's an Instagram account called Us Three by the Sea, and she has it laid out in her in one of her posts how she did the decreases so that you would get this little cute little point, like a little elf hat almost. So I followed those instructions, and I got a cute little hat. So this I'm going to keep for myself. So what did I use? I used Knitting for Olive Heavy Merino in the colorway Blood Orange, which is awesome. And believe it or not, I used a 3.5mm needle. So yeah, I like my fabric to be more like compacted, and I don't really like the holes that you get sometimes with more of a, you know, looser gauge. So yeah, really love it. It's so cute. I would put it on my head, but then I'd ruin my bun and I'd look like a weirdo, so I'm not gonna do that. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to talk about whips next. Last whip I forgot to talk about was the Emotional Support Chicken. I used, I don't remember the name of I didn't write this one down. I completely forgot about it, but so I don't have very much information. The pattern designer, I can't remember her name, but I will put all that information down below. I used Rerum Natura Gilliat for the body, and I used Spin Cycle Dream in the Wool? It's their worsted weight yarn, and I'm pretty sure this was Rusted Rainbow, I think. I don't remember. This is so old. This is from like deep stash. I had just a little bit left and I just wanted to use it up, and I thought it would look really pretty as the little chicken's belly. And then the beak and the wattle, I think these are called. I used some Barocco, which a friend of mine had given me a little bit of because I didn't have any red or yellow scrapped yarn lying around. So yeah, I don't have a name for her. But I like her because she's squishy and she sits on my desk. And the cats don't care. So they don't like try to attack her or anything. So pretty cool. But she's really cute. I feel like I need to, and the need, I can't remember what these are called. Safety eyes. I just bought them at a local little craft store here up the road and in the next town over. But yeah, I definitely want to knit more of these because they're really cute, and I think that they would make really nice little gifts. Yeah. Funny enough, there's like this really cute cat pattern. I can't remember what it's called. And it's a crochet pattern that you can get on Etsy, and I really want to try making it, but I'm horrible at crochet, so I keep stopping myself from purchasing the pattern, but I really would love to make a bunch of those. You know what, I will put the information down below just in case there's any of you out there that are really you know, really enjoy knitting like these little toys or stuffies. But the cat is really cute, so I might maybe you'll see a cat in the future. But yeah, I really love this little girl. All right, okay, so whips. Let's talk about whips. I don't have very many whips. I've decided that I want to be a minimalist when it comes to having whips, because if I have too many whips on my needles, I get really stressed out. I do get castanitis, but I try to calm that down and tell myself to finish what I have on my needles, and then I can cast something new on. So currently I have a couple of tiny little projects, more than a couple, I have a few. I have socks. So I'm currently knitting just a vanilla sock out of this Patton's Croix sock that I bought just again from this little craft shop. It's a store up the road, next town over. It's basically attached to the grocery store, like Foodland, and it's called Clarence's, and they have like clothing. But right at the back of the store, they have like this really sweet sort of craft corner where you can buy like quilting stuff, and they have some yarn. They have like Briggs and Little, Patton's Croix, and some other stuff. Some like acrylic yarns, and they have yeah, it's just like a little selection of things that, I don't know, just like a little selection. So I got this because I really love sock yarn that is like this. Like I know it's stripy. I really love this kind of yarn. I don't know what it is about it. It's just I feel like I have a little bit of an obsession, and I'm constantly like looking for more. I had found some really pretty yarn that I could get in Germany. It's like Opal and Regia, and it's another company that I really like, but I keep stopping myself because I don't need it. It would be too much. But anyways, that little rant there didn't need to happen, but there you go. You have some needless information. So yeah, I'm not really enjoying the way that it's knitting up. I don't know what I thought it was going to look like. I'm still going to do it. I'm just going to finish it because I want to give these to my significant other, and I'm using a 2.25 millimeter needle. These are 9-inch circulars. They're Chiagus, and yeah, it's just knitting up into this little vanilla sock. I was gonna do a heel flap and gusset, but it's way too fiddly. I'm just gonna do a fish lips kiss heel. So I'm ready to actually cast on the heel for this. So that's where I'm at with this one. And it's only one sock that I've done so far. I don't know, I've been like, I've been all over the place with my you know, projects. Last couple of days I've kind of lost my knitting mojo. So that's why, like, I cast these on months ago and I'm still not done. So yeah, I hopefully can work on some stuff and get some stuff done so that I can cast on. I have plans. I really want to cast on a couple of things, which I'm not going to talk about today. So let's just move on. My nose is itchy. So I cast, this pattern here is like one of my favorite patterns, and it's one of my go-to patterns. It's Emily's favorite socks. And it is, I just did a 1x1 rib for the cuff, and I did the heel flap and gusset for this one. Just really love the way that it looks. And I love this yarn, and I just felt like it needed kind of like a special heel. This yarn doesn't have a name. I bought this at a fiber festival in Ontario. I don't remember when, 2018, 2017. And it's by Life in the Long Grass. And it was just like an oak that she had dyed up for the specific shop that I bought it from. Yeah, I wish I had bought more of it because I would have loved, I don't know. I mean, I love earth tones and like neutrals. Like, I'm just one of those sort of like neutral earth tone girlies. And I love black. But sometimes, or actually not sometimes, I just really love pink. And I love like these bright speckles. Yeah, I wish I had bought more. I would have loved a cute little sweater in this, you know? I don't know, a little jumper. So yeah, anyways, I'm really loving the way that this yarn is knitting up. Love these little bright pops of like yellow and like this green. Yeah, it's really pretty. So using a 2.25 millimeter needle and 9-inch circulars, and my go-to is Chiagu. So yeah, so that, and then the other thing I'm working on is let me look at my notes. You didn't really need me to sing to you. The Ripple Bralette by Jessie Maid. So I'm using the recommended needle size, which is a 3.5 millimeter needle. Yeah, and my knitting is just super off on this. I don't know what it is. I'm hoping that I'm not going to rip back. I'm just going to keep going. I'm hoping that it'll block out. It'll look nice when I block it. I'm sure that it will. And I kind of wish that I hadn't done this. This is like the twisted rib. I wish that I had just done the rib, like just the actual like body ribbing for the entire thing, the entire bralette. But I'll do that. Like I'm really enjoying this, so I think that I probably will cast on a few more of these. So I think going forward, I'm gonna skip this because I think I would just want to wear it as more of like a tank instead of like a bralette. I don't know. So the yarn that I'm using is Cozy Posy Yarn Co. yarn. This was from my Taylor Swift collection, and this colorway is called Cardigan. I'm using Cozy Posy. I'm using my Soft and Cozy base, which is the 80% superwash merino and 20% nylon sock yarn. It's like a 2-ply. I really like it, and this is what it looks like in hank form. So I had an extra skein, so I thought I'd show you guys. And the last thing that I'm working on, did I talk about? Yeah, so that was good. Now, if you guys have any questions, if I didn't touch upon anything, please feel free to ask me. I will respond. I love responding to comments. The other thing that I'm working on, the other WIP I'm working on, is the Tolsta Tee by Rebecca Clow. I love the pattern. It's really easy to understand, and she's got so many different variations of this pattern. Like there's a fingering weight version and a DK weight version, and she also talks about how you can work it up in like stripes, or I think there's a lace version too. But anyways, I'm just doing the super plain simple version. I'm using Cozy Posy Yarn Co. Lush Lino in the colorway Planter, which is so beautiful. Isn't this color so good? It's just so good. And this yarn is really beautiful. It's like, I don't know if I mentioned, it's a 65% silk and a 35% linen, and like it's got these sweet little like neps, and like of like you can see the linen and you can see the silk, and the fabric is knitting up really nicely as well. Nice and airy, so light. Yeah, I am using so the pattern calls for a 4.5mm needle, but I don't like a loose fabric. I like more of a tight fabric. So I decided to just use a 3.5mm needle. And I'm a rebel. I did not swatch. I think I cast on a larger size, and I'm just hoping for the best. So that's how I roll. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. If it doesn't fit me, I will just gift it to somebody. I'm just enjoying the process. I love knitting. That's it. I just love knitting. I don't really wear my knits. I'm trying to change that. Oh yeah, I ended up taking off that top because the neckline was just really bugging me. So yeah, so that's the last WIP. In terms of knitting that I'm working on. Now I'm going to get into spinning. I am working on a spin right now. I just finished one of the skeins because my bobbin couldn't hold any more of the plied yarn. So I hanked it up, and then I washed it and thwacked it, and it's so beautiful. So this is basically I would say a heavy DK, light worsted. It's 338 yards, and the fiber that I used, so I did a 3-ply. The fiber that I used is Berry Stained Fingers by Chickadee. It is a so 4 ounces, 115 gram braid, and it's 100% Targhee wool. And then the other color that I used is Cinder Smoke, and again it's also a Targhee and by Chickadee. And then the other braid that I used was something that I dyed, and it was a Targhee braid as well. And I just wanted to show you the yarns that the singles that I spun up, and I'm doing like a 3-ply, obviously. So this is the yarn, this is the single, this is the braid that I dyed. This is the Cinder Smoke, and this is the Berry Stained Hands. So these two are a little bit similar, but I think the yarn turned out really, really nice. So yeah, I just wanted to show you my little Lazy Kate that I, so the cool thing about this is that I didn't have a 3 bobbin holder Lazy Kate. I had, with my Ashford e-spinner, I got the 2 bobbin holder, and I wanted to do a 3-ply and I couldn't figure out how to do it. And I knew that I had to either make something or buy something. So I went on Marketplace on Facebook and I got this for $40 Canadian. How cool is that? So I'm really happy with that purchase. But yeah, so I have another, oh goodness, my nose is itchy. I have another skein probably to go. And then I'm going to cast on. So what I think I'm going to do is, I was hoping to do the, look at how pretty this is. Oh, let's just appreciate it. I wanted to knit the Traveler Shawl by Andrea Mowry, but, sorry, I have like a bunch of fluff on my face. But I don't think that I will have enough yardage, because this is 338 yards and it's a little bit over 150 grams. So I'm assuming that because it's a 3-ply, that my next skein is going to be comparable to this one. And I'm pretty sure I need like over 800 yards for the shawl. I don't know, we'll see. That was my plan. Maybe that'll be a little more yardage and it'll equal like the 800 yards that I need. Or I'll just do the Traveler Cowl by Andrea Mowry, because I really like the look of the pattern and I really, really want to knit it. So, yeah, so that's it. And then I finished this spin that I'm pretty sure I touched upon in one of my earlier episodes or journals, whatever. These were 2 braids by West Coast Color, and they were BFL silk, oatmeal colorway. Is this the same? And so I basically bought 2 of the same braids. So what I did was I had one braid that was very compacted because I didn't store it properly when I bought it, and it kind of traveled with me. So it just got a little bit, yeah, it was roughed up a little bit. So the first braid that I spun was not fun just because it was compacted. I did draft it, which made it a little bit more easy. But then I was watching an Andrea Mowry podcast, and she mentioned that she did a spin where she took one braid and just spun it from the braid. And then she took the next braid and she put it through her drum carder and made a bat out of it. So I thought I would try that, and it was really easy to work with once I put it through the bat. So through the drum carder. So it's really pretty. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. Perhaps I'll do the Traveler Cowl. What gauge is this? This, I didn't measure this, so I don't know what the yardage is on this. I'm gonna say it's about 600 to 700 yards altogether. They were 2 braids, 100 grams each. And I got a it's a 2-ply. It's basically a fingering weight yarn, or maybe a sport. But yeah, I'm so happy with this spin. So I really like it. I love the greens and the purples and the browns. Like those are like my colors. Brown and green pretty much are my colors. And then the other thing that I'm working on is a support spindle spin. So I got this recently. It's from Mountain Spindles. He is local to Nova Scotia. And yeah, it's really pretty. And I also got this bowl. This is like a walnut, and I think this is a cherry. I'm not sure actually. I actually bought this secondhand. So I had support spindle FOMO, and it's really hard to buy support spindle right now. So I was talking to one of my friends. Give her a follow if you love spinning. She's super talented. Her Instagram handle is What Viv Does, and she's based out of Nova Scotia as well. She's just an amazing and talented maker. So she sold this to me because she knew how impatient I was, and she was just being really nice. So I bought it from her, and I'm glad that I did. I am not good at it yet. I am, do I like it? I do. But you know, with anything new, like it's just hard, and sometimes you get frustrated and you're like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. Why did I buy this? So I'm kind of at that stage. I am enjoying it a little bit more as I do it. I'm at the parking and drafting stage of support spindling. I don't do it every day, so that could be another reason why I'm not getting better at it. But I'm working on this amazing CVM Rommeldale roving that I had processed. So I bought there's so much fluff. I bought a fleece back in 2021, and when I got here to Nova Scotia in 2023, I contacted a local mill, and she processed it into roving for me. I did have a bunch of these for sale in my shop not too long ago, and I kept 2 for myself, and I did gift a couple of them. So yeah, so I'm gonna spin this on my support spindle. Yeah, and I'm also working on something on a drop spindle, but I did talk about that in, oh, actually here it is. I brought it, so I'll show you. I'm working on, I love this spindle, this drop spindle. I love drop spindles. I think that's my sweet spot. Who knows, maybe like the support spindle will grow on me, because I am super inspired by so many makers who do this, like recently too. Like I've been watching a New to Me podcast. She's based out of Vancouver. Her name is Ev, and I think it's What Ev Knits. And she's been doing a lot of support spinning, and I love like it. Yeah, so I just get like so inspired that I want to like it. But I think for me, I like, this is my baby, like, so, the drop spindle. This is a Bosworth. I'm just gonna do that. It's okay. This is a Bosworth midi spindle, and it's a zebra wood, and it's just so beautiful. I love it so much. And I'm currently working on this 2-ounce Romney roving that my friend Alana gifted to me. And I love it. Like, this is just such a beautiful fiber, and she got this in Thunder Bay at her local farmers market, which I think is really cool. So yeah, so that's another thing that I'm working on. And then I want to show you this mug that I made. So back in Ontario, I was a member of a pottery studio, and I was able to do pottery whenever I wanted, but here in Nova Scotia, it's a lot harder. I mean, I live rurally, so what did I expect? But there is a local potter here in town, and he does do classes. So I used to go to, they're going to start back up again. It's called Weymouth Makers Night, and it's just like a little gathering of different people, of like different makers, like knitting, embroidery, crochet, just different makers, different crafts. And we used to meet up every Thursday in the fall through the spring, and then they close for the summer, and then they start back up. So through that little group, they had like little workshops that you could sign up to, and pottery was one. So I totally hopped on to that because I really missed doing pottery. So back when I was doing a lot of pottery, I had this stamp made. It's like a tarot card, and it says Stitch Witch. And this is actually like a design that I had made for one of my collections back in 2021, my Spellbound collection. So it's like a lady holding a ball of yarn, and that's like a raven with the yarn in its mouth, and then like stars and a moon and like a landscape. So yeah, really cute. And then this is garter stitch. I have like this garter stitch roller because I don't know, I did sell a lot of my my pottery things that I use to like my clay and a lot of my glazes, and I kept my tools though, and I kept some underglazes. So I don't know, maybe one day I'll get back into it, but right now I'm just a little bit too busy running my business as a solo owner. It's a little bit harder here because I used to have help back in Ontario, and I don't have any more help right now. So it's taking me a little bit longer to, I don't know, just taking me a little bit longer to do things and to just, anyways, it doesn't matter. So yeah, so I'm really happy with this. When it came out of the kiln, I was like, ooh, I don't like that. But it is my favorite mug. It is like the only thing I want to drink out of right now. So I love it. So yeah, I wanted to show you that. And then the other thing that it's like an FO, but it's needle punch. So I started doing needle punch because I was inspired by one of the ladies at the group that I went to this past fall and winter. And so she, like, everybody was super inspired to like do this. So I bought a few little things and I made a Winston. So basically you just punch the yarn. This is called yarn. You punch the yarn. That's what I used for his face. I thought I had a larger one. That's what I used for his face. So this is called yarn, and it's hand dyed. So this is like a variegated one, and I use that for his face. So you basically take this tool, this needle punch tool, and you thread the yarn through it, and you like just punch. You'd have to do like you'd have to look it up on YouTube because I can't really explain it, but you do it from the back, and then you get this cute little thing. So I'm gonna probably eventually, once I figure out what to do with it next, I want to put it on like my wall It's a Winston. And then I'm fostering a couple of cats. So I'm fostering this orange tabby. His name is Ginger. So I bought because I wanted to do like a ginger cat. So I bought a couple more colors so like that. And I bought this cute little pink maybe for his nose. And I just bought this to buy it because it was just really beautiful. Oh, and I bought this one too because it's just really beautiful. And I used this for Winston's eyes, so I might use that for Ginger's eyes. And I bought the black for Winston's nose and ears. Yeah, so it's a lot of fun. It's something different. You can make really cute like coasters or small little things. This I just drew myself. And then I drew it on the fabric. You have to use a certain fabric for this. I think this is called like monk's fabric or like weaver's fabric. So yeah, isn't it cute? I'm super proud of this because it's my first like needle punch. I mean, there's obviously like mistakes and stuff, but yeah, I made this. So I'm really happy with it. And I'm gonna make a ginger soon. And then I just recently got another foster, and he's just like a baby. I call him the baby. He's like he's about maybe 8 to 9 months. And he's so funny. His name is Stormy, so they named him Stormy, but I call him, I'll put a photo over here so you can see what I'm talking about, but he totally reminds me of Elvis Presley, so I just call him Elvis. And I think he prefers that over Stormy. Don't tell. Anyways, the organization or the charity that I foster for is called Cats for Keeps. They're here in Nova Scotia, obviously. So yeah, I've just been helping out because I'm just here by myself. And yeah, my hubby works like in the city and he's not home during the week. So I'm here with the kitties. And I mean, I just really love cats. So, and I don't mind being a crazy cat lady or just a cat lady. I don't have to be crazy. I don't mind being a cat lady. So yeah, I like being a cat lady. So yeah, so that's it. That's my needle punch embroidery. And I think I'm done for like talking about like my FOs and my whips. I'm going to show you a bunch of, not a bunch, it's just a small amount of stuff that I've purchased in the last few months. So if you're not into that, I want to say thank you so much for hanging out. Consider subscribing and liking this video because I would love to build a community. And yeah, I would love to keep doing this. So if there is interest, I'll keep doing it. And even if there's not, maybe I'm sure I'll just keep doing it. But it doesn't hurt to like and subscribe. It does help the channels out, even for other people who like take the time to do these little videos. Yeah, anyways, thank you so much for hanging out. I will be back as soon as I can. Bye. Okay, so for those of you who are interested in some of the yarn that I've picked up, it's nothing, like it's not huge at all. So like I was saying when I was talking about my sock knitting, I love these yarns a lot. Like these are like the opals, and this one is Fildar. I just really love the colors. I couldn't resist. I needed a treat, so we went to Yarmouth, and there's like a little yarn shop there, and she has like the sock yarn that I like, so I couldn't resist these colors. I think this is just a fingering weight yarn. It's 100 grams, and it's 75% wool. So I guess it's non-superwash because it says wool, and 25% nylon. So I just really love those colors. So we'll see what it knits up like. And then I love opal. I love Opal and Regia. Ooh. But I love, like, some of Opal's colors are just so nice. And this is just so beautiful, like this gray blue, taupe and creamy color and light grays. It's like a rhinoceros. Is it a rhinoceros? Apparently they're discontinuing this colorway, so I'm glad I got it. I bought this from a local shop here in another town, just like 10 minutes up the road. It's called Redneck Wool. So if you're in Nova Scotia, in this Digby County, there's a cute little yarn. Well, they're called Redneck Wool. They also do tack for horses. But they have like Briggs and Little, and they have like she carries like fiber, like Corriedale, and I don't know if she has merino. She carries stuff for rug hooking. She carries the needle punch embroidery of Valdani yarns, and the needle punches and the hoops and the fabric. She's also making like patterns to use for the needle punch embroidery. So again, if you're in Nova Scotia and you're in the area, check her out. I think she has a Facebook page, Redneck Wool. And I got this from her too. So she carries Opal as well. So that's good for me. And then in April, end of March, there was a notification in Facebook that one of the dyers here in Nova Scotia, off of Digby Neck, their daughter dyes the wool in Bahamas, and I don't know why it just keeps moving. She dyes the wool in Bahamas, but they have to close down because she noticed that the salt content in the water where she dyes in the Bahamas is, I guess it's affecting the dye, so she can't dye anymore. So they had a closing sale, and I bought this yarn for $15. So it's basically a 75-25 4-ply sock yarn, superwash merino nylon, and this is the colorway Olive. So I'm definitely gonna make like socks with this, I think. And I also got, I don't know, this is called speckled air, I don't know, aragonite. So she basically just got her inspiration from like the rocks, beach rocks and crystals along Digby Neck. Can you see that? Can you see that? Did it focus? Yeah, it's really pretty. So I'm gonna make socks with this as well. And I got, this is my favorite, Sanadine. I don't know what that's what I think it's called, right there. And look at these colors, they're just so good. All of them are 75-25 superwash merino nylon 4-ply. So I'm gonna knit socks with this. And then, exciting, I got this was gifted to me by my friend Tammy. I love Noro. Like, I love Noro. It's just got this really cool hand spun look to it, and the colors are just so good. So she didn't really enjoy it. So I had bought this to make socks, I think. This is their sock yarn, and I believe it's wool and silk, maybe nylon, I think. And yeah, it's like a single ply. I'm just curious to know if anybody out there has knit socks out of this yarn. I'm guessing there's probably no issue because it has like wool, silk, and I think I'm pretty sure it has nylon. There's no tag with it, so I don't know any more info other than it's their sock base. But I think I might knit socks with this because it's just, look at this. Or I don't know what else to do with it, but I think they're 50 grams each. I I think they're 50 grams each. So yeah, I'm really excited about this. So that's it. That's all I got for you guys today. That was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed this little episode. Kind of like a little journal entry of what I've been up to. I'm hoping to do a lot more with this little channel. Like, I don't know. I have ideas, but I don't know if they're good ideas. I'd love to do like little vlogs of like, you know, when I cast something new on. Like I'm thinking of casting on the a new Musselburgh hat with like some handspun. So I thought maybe I could just show a little bit of me casting it on with the Miracle Circle. What's it called? Sorry, let me just check my notes again. Is it called the what's it called? Magic, not Miracle. The Magic Circle cast on. I don't know. They're just, and I was thinking like recipes as well. Like, I don't know if you're interested in that, but I do love to cook. And I've recently been like making a lot of like, so my grandmother passed away in May, and I don't know, I've just been honoring her by making some gnocchi, and like I've started making sourdough bread. I actually started making the sourdough bread at the beginning of the year because of her, because she always used to make homemade bread, and it was like a sour tasting bread, and the sourdough just reminds me of her. So I started making that prior to her passing away, but I don't know, I've just been doing little things to kind of like keep her memory alive. Anyways, so yeah, I don't know, I want to do something with this little channel, and maybe it's enough just to talk about like knitting and spinning and crafting, but I might throw in little things here and there, like little clippets of like, you know, I mean, Nova Scotia is beautiful and I live by the ocean. So just basically what I've been doing. So anyway, just my little spiel of like my plans for what I'd like to do with this little channel. And maybe even like was thinking I have a bunch of fleece that I'd love to like maybe wash and on video, like I could do a little video of washing and like picking and just showing how pretty it is when it's clean. So yeah, I have ideas. So anyways, thank you for hanging out with me. I'm very sorry about my camera because it keeps moving. Yeah, so thank you so much for hanging out. Please consider liking and subscribing this video if you've enjoyed it, or just to the channel, subscribing to the channel. And I will see you again soon, I hope. Bye.